Let me share my screen. So let me explain my situation, the issue.
മലയാളിയാണോ?
മലയാളിയാണ്.
ശരി, ഇപ്പൊ മലയാളത്തിൽ സംസാരിക്കാം.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. നാട്ടില്
കാലടി, എറണാകുളം.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. ഇന്ത്യയിൽ കേരളത്തിൽ തന്നെയാണോ ഇപ്പോൾ ഉള്ളത്?
ബാംഗ്ലൂരിലാണ്.
ബാംഗ്ലൂരിലോ? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. നൈസ്. ഐ മീൻ മേ ബി എന്റെ മദർ എന്റെ സ്ലാങ് കേട്ടപ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലായിട്ടുണ്ടാവല്ലോ.
അതെ, അത് ഊഹിച്ചു.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ.
ഇത് നമുക്ക് കണ്ടന്റിലോട്ട് പോവാം. ഇത് പ്രശ്നം എന്താന്ന് പറ, പ്രോബ്ലം എന്താന്ന് പറ.
സോറി,
ഇത് പ്രോബ്ലം ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാം.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. Let me share my screen.
I can see your screen now.
Okay. So this is my mailbox, mail trap. I have the inbox here.
Okay.
So and I have created the email POC and deployed it in my local broker.
Okay.
So what is happening? I mean, let me deploy again one more time. Show you what is happening. Okay. So I can send an email to this mailbox from my personal email ID. From my Gmail. Okay. So this is my mailbox mail trap ID.
Okay.
I'm sending one attachment. Okay, I'm selecting this test 22, this attachment. I'm sending this. Okay.
Click on the hide button.
Okay, I think message sent.
Yeah.
So I'm refreshing my mailbox. So I can see. I mean, I can show you where this particular message is going. So all output node, I have selected this folder, email attachment folder. So this is the folder where I should get the. Okay, I think the first one I got it only for 21, and I just sent one more email.
Okay.
Okay, so that has attachment name as test 22.
Okay.
So that is not getting polled. Basically, I mean the timing, right? The email input, the polling time, I have set this 1 second.
Let's increase that. Okay. Let's change it to 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
And let's look at the other properties of this node. Basic, yeah, fine. Polling, and the security name, identity name also I given the same name, pop3mailtrap.ir. Change it to SEC mail trap.
But I created the security identity as the other name in the broker level.
The security identity that you created has dots in it. So let's create another security identity which is not having special characters. Mail trap.
Okay. I'll put something like this. It's fine, right?
Fine. So this one does not have special characters in it. Copy that, and we will use MQSS DB parameters. to set the username and password.
Okay.
Fine. Now you can let's go back to toolkit.
Toolkit.
Did you execute the command?
Not yet. I didn't execute the command yet.
First execute it.
Okay. I need to get the email ID from here, right? And the password, the credential here.
Right. Username and password.
Yeah.
Copy the username as BE and password as whatever is 83.
Sorry, let me
Copy and
again.
paste it.
Copy and paste will work?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let me save this application.
Show me the more other properties.
Okay, sure.
Retry, short and long retry threshold. Fine. Click on transactions. Yes. Instances. Monitoring. Fine. Open the compute node. Content disposition, file name. All right. You can redeploy this application. And reload the execution flow. What does it say? Yeah, it's not finding the security credentials. So reload the execution group and then deploy.
Reload.
QSI reload.
This one, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me redeploy it. Okay. Perfect. So I'm sending one more email, new email. Gmail to this mail trap email ID. Yeah, I got the email.
Okay.
So this has attachment 023.
Okay.
See. Let me refresh the folder location. We have given 5 seconds right here. 5 seconds. The polling interval as 5 seconds. Yeah.
Open event viewer.
Which one?
Event viewer. Go to Windows and type event viewer. Yeah, that one. And look at the logs for Windows application name as IBM Integration Bus. Click on custom view.
View.
Custom view.
Oh, custom views. Okay, sorry.
And right click on custom view and create a new view. Select all the parameters that on event level.
Okay.
And logged, change it from any time to last 1 hour. Last hour.
Okay.
And expand, click on by source. By source. And select IBM IIB application.
Okay. Should I deselect the other things?
Yeah.
Okay. Only integration bus version. Okay.
Right. Deselect information and verbose. Deselect information and verbose.
Okay.
Click on OK. Provide some name. What error is do you see on screen?
Error occurred when email input node tried to process an email from the email server. The description of the error is error fetching pop content.
Okay, let's go to the warning.
Which one?
The next entry. Click on warning. Select the next entry.
Okay, warning. Okay, sorry.
It's the content. The message flow detected an error. Message was rolled back. Unit of work. All right. The next error. Every second, this error is occurring. Okay, let's increase the time period.
Okay.
Increase it to 10 seconds. Deploy this application. Now it is 6:12. Let's go to that. Okay, now connect a pass-through node.
Okay.
Yeah, add a pass-through node. Right click on the canvas and then type
Here.
on the white screen.
Okay.
Add node.
So add
NODE node pass-through. Connect the error terminal of email input to pass through and also the catch terminal. Deploy the bar file. Okay. Now reload the execution group using the command prompt. Go back to event viewer and look at the latest logs. 6:13 now. Refresh by clicking on F5 or the refresh button on the right side of your screen.
Yeah.
We still have that error. POP3 content. Did I also use POP3 as a transfer protocol or IMAP?
POP3.
My video.
Yeah, it was POP3, right? I mean, the video you showed the POP3 on.
Okay. You're still having those errors.
But when I start and stop the flow, message flow, it is picking and loading in the content here. In this
Open the content.
See the test 23 we just sent, right? After reloading, it came here.
Okay.
Same.
Share these credentials with me. Send me over those POP3 content, the username and password over the Skype channel.
Okay. You want this 3?
Right. Click on the chat icon.
Oh yeah.
And then paste it. All right. Now export the zip file, that is a project file. Go to toolkit. Right click on the project and export it as project interchange. Yeah, provide some path. .zip. Copy that path. Okay. Now send that attachment on Skype.
Sure.
All right. I'll take a look at these contents and get back to you when I have some more information.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you.
I imported the project interchange that my YouTube subscriber provided me to check if any configuration is incorrect or if the issue is environment related. I then imported my own project available in GitHub repo, a link in video description, to compare with the project sent over by the subscriber. I deploy my own application to check if it still is working as it should. I found out my own application, which was working way back in some time ago, which I don't remember, is now failing with error shown on screen. I then go to event viewer to find out more details of the error. Some error in parsing POP3 email. This email I received from mailtrap.io server informing that me to update the protocols to the latest version. Let me see at what date I created the video. Email is from April of this year. Video was created 11 months ago. That's in November of 2020. Many things have changed since then. Mailtrap.io server has also changed, which is causing our application to break. Refer a recent video created 5 months ago, which uses IMAP-S protocol instead of POP3. Functionality is the same, and all of the IIB code can still be reused except for the configuration which refers to POP3. I changed the protocol from POP3 to IMAP and also the server from Mailtrap to Gmail. As Mailtrap only supports POP3 and Gmail only supports IMAP-S protocol, I then switch from IMAP to IMAP-S. After switching from IMAP to IMAP-S connection, issues are resolved. Now I get authentication issues. So let's work through the settings of Gmail and allow our IIB application access to the emails. First, enable IMAP on your Gmail settings. Next, disable two-step verification. I know that this is bringing down the security and exposing your email to attack, but we have to do this to allow IIB access to Gmail. Gmail is smart. When it did not recognize IIB application as the normal way in which you interact with Gmail, it raised an alert, and even though the username and password were valid and correct, it still blocked the access. Click on check event activity and allow IIB access. There is another setting in Gmail called allow less secure apps. Click on toggle button and turn it on. After making all these changes in Gmail settings, authentication failure is no longer seen in logs, and we are able to access the emails. Download the attachment to local file system, that is through code. Here I show you that a picture was sent as attachment and was downloaded and saved without data corruption. Here at 7:55 p.m. I sent another test email with another picture. I then debug the flow and show you the variables so that you know that this new code is working. I'm not downloading the picture manually and pasting it in the folder. Here is the timestamp of the file shown as 7:57 p.m. and the content of the file is displayed in some image viewing tool to prove that the data was not corrupted. When IIB downloaded the file from email attachment and saved it as a file, PNG file. When you're done with testing, remember to reset all the security changes that you did. Enable passwordless login by using mobile phone. Enable two-step verification. Disable IIB application from accessing your Gmail contents. That's it from me. Hope this helps. Happy coding.